Yo, what's poppin', people, man? Your boy Snacks is in the building with another banger. Y'all know how we do. You know how we get down. Y'all know how we get down. We is up in here to celebrate and talk about a few things. But you know we can't get started unless we talk about the CU Aunties. So if you are not following the CU Aunties, make sure you follow them on all of their social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all of the above. And if you see them in the chat or in the comment section, make sure you say what's up. Of course, as always, big ass shout out to the CU Aunties. But of course, y'all know why we're here. Because being a staunch supporter of Shedeur Sanders, this is what we do. We show up and give you the utmost of what is popping off. And welcome back to my boy G. Bush. He was down for a minute, but on Sunday he showed up and showed out. Then on UCSS today, him and Bull got into it, and he showed up and showed out again. He letting y'all know he's standing on 10, because y'all know what time it is. But we're going to get into this Shedeur Sanders and Todd Monken action. And Robert Griffin III had something to say to the Cleveland Browns, to the Cleveland media, about how they have treated and are currently letting these reporters treat Shedeur Sanders. Let's go. It has been almost a week since Jason Lloyd and died on that hill that all he heard that Shedeur Sanders can't read defenses, can't slide protections, and can't play fucking football. As he calls Shedeur Sanders a complete idiot who don't know what he's doing out there on the football field. And all I'm saying is something needs to be done. But about all of it.
Columnist Jason Lloyd shared a few days ago, multiple resources inside the organization have raised serious concern about Shedeur Sanders' preparation habits, specifically his ability to process what he sees on tape. The hate for this man just does not stop.
It's unbelievable.
So that promoted Shedeur to tweet this out: "Learn to value the opinions of those who care about you, not the noise from everyone else." What is happening with the Cleveland Browns organization at QB once again, and who do you think should start for the Cleveland Browns at QB?
I think the Cleveland Browns need to start Shedeur Sanders, bench Deshaun Watson, and trade Dillon Gabriel. And here's why. Right now, the Cleveland Browns
Oh my. What has taken place? I don't know what's up with
are
it.
doing what dysfunctional franchises do. When I played for the Baltimore Ravens, the main thing they did so well was they supported their players, and you rarely ever heard a leak come out from the organization.
Very true.
So for the organization to come out and basically repeat the same stereotypes that have been said about black quarterbacks for generations about Shedeur Sanders, it's not just disheartening, they're undercutting themselves. So you look at Deshaun Watson, they paid him 260, 80, whatever millions of dollars to really not play well, and he hasn't played in 2 seasons. I don't think that they should put him at the forefront, because not only do the fans not want him anymore, the locker room isn't really behind him, and Shedeur Sanders has the favor of both. He has the locker room, he has the fans, and he has the bravado and the moxie to lead this organization out of the dysfunction that they currently have. Not only that, Todd Monken is also a really big fan of Shedeur Sanders' game and actually wants him at quarterback. So the easiest way to clean this up is to trade Dillon Gabriel, who I do believe is still a promising young quarterback.
True.
Trade him to the Atlanta Falcons with Kevin Stefanski. That's the guy that wanted him, constantly, bang the table for him. Let him go over there and work with Tua and Michael Penix Jr., the other lefties, and allow Shedeur Sanders to go in there and grow and develop. And if he doesn't pull it off this year as your starter, at least hey, he's not the guy. They've rebuilt their offensive line. They brought in In free agency, yes, they're kind of, limited, but they brought in Titus Howard, brought in Tevin Jenkins, Elton Jenkins, and Zion Johnson. They locked them in to really help a young quarterback grow and develop by protecting him. So for me, you look at Shedeur Sanders' salary as a 5th rounder, you look at his ability as a young quarterback to galvanize the locker room in a positive way. Mm-hmm. Those guys played hard for him down the stretch. Why, as an organization, would you anonymously be cowards and undercut the young man by coming out and saying things that everyone that's ever been around him as a player knows isn't true? We were there in Colorado. They covet his ability to read defenses. They covet his ability to work hard in his preparation and how much he is dedicated to his craft. This young man last year wasn't getting any reps at quarterback in practice. And he was going off to a local high school, bringing his receivers out there and getting his own practices in because he wanted to make sure he was prepared for his moment. That's why I believe the Cleveland Browns need to full send and commit to Shedeur Sanders being their starting quarterback and stop trying to back him into a corner every single chance you get because there's certain people in the organization that don't want him. What do you think?
It's just so hard for me to believe in the full organization.
Now, all of that is true. The Cleveland Browns should full send and commit to Shedeur Sanders. That's what should happen. Because Shedeur has endured Kevin Stefanski and all of his mess and all of the things that transpired when Shedeur was playing the 4th fiddle in the quarterback room. Now, moving forward, we know what Todd Monken is. Todd Monken is a staunch supporter of Shedeur Sanders. Todd Monken has breathed life into this offense. And you see what Andrew Berry is doing on the offensive side of the ball, bolstering that front line, bringing in better offensive linemen to better yet protect Shedeur. Because if you don't give him protection, you don't know what you have as a quarterback moving forward. The Cleveland media has been standing on the table for every quarterback that has been available or wasn't available right now since the season has been over with. The Cleveland media has tried to usher in any quarterback that has ever played the game of football, except the Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. They don't accept their own. The Cleveland media is so hyperbolic, it's so bad when it comes to growth and moving forward and building this football team, is that they just want the next best thing. They're so used to the program turning over day after day, month after month, year after year, with a new quarterback, a new head coach, a new this, a new that. Kevin Stefanski was the longest tenured head coach in Cleveland. So everybody was comfortable with Kevin Stefanski. Everybody had built that inroad with Kevin Stefanski. Everybody had made those relationships. And now all of those relationships are gone. They have no inside meeting. They have nobody on the inside telling them what's happening. They're all guessing. The Cleveland media, radio, TV, internet, is so used to turning over everything in the Cleveland Browns atmosphere that they want to do it again. Todd Monken got a year. Shedeur Sanders got a year. No, this is a rebuild. This is building upon what you have, something you have to get used to as a collective in your media group and as a fan base. Y'all looking for a savior when you should be looking for progression. Todd Monken is in to build this program up. Andrew Berry is doing the right thing, putting the pieces in place. And y'all don't even like the pieces. You can't get every superstar lineman. You can't get every superstar wide receiver. You can't get every superstar quarterback. You have to build on what you have. And the Cleveland Brown media don't want to do that. You ain't seen the playoffs since the 90s, 80s. Why are you trying to hurry up and get there now? Just let the people work. Let them build on what they have. Let them do their job and quit trying to insist that you know how to do their job better than they do. Cleveland Browns media is a spectacle of itself. They want a new quarterback. They didn't want the new coach. Now they want a different coach. Now he only got a year. Now Shedeur Sanders only got a year. No, he might have 2 years. He still got 3 years left on his contract. So you think this might be his year if he don't surpass 12 wins. I think you're wrong. I think they got 2 to 3 years to build with Shedeur. And y'all gonna look back on this and say, damn, Snacks, how you figure that out? Simple business, simple football. You build upon what you have. You can't get better turning over the quarterback room, turning over head coaches, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators every 2 years. You have to be still and build on what you have. But anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. RG3 said it best. The Cleveland Browns need to full send on Shedeur and get the proper pieces around him so they can get better year after year. This is a building process. It's not going to happen in 1 year. Last year barely even counts because he didn't have the support. He didn't have the players to be great. Hell, the head coach was against him. So how would you expect somebody to be great when your own head coach don't even want you to succeed? And that was evident. And it's not a falsehood. That was evident that Kevin Stefanski did not want Shedeur Sanders to succeed. He didn't even want him on the field. Dylan Gabriel was his guy. And that's why Kevin is in Atlanta. So y'all better sit back and get ready because this is what's taking place. I'm getting out of here, man. I got stuff to do. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the little star at the bottom. Hype your boy up. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace out.